After one announcement, after 4 betas, the Chinese version of Plants vs. Zombies 3 is here. I've made videos documenting the previous versions of the game, so I would suggest watching those before this one to understand everything. I really enjoyed making videos deep diving into the content this game has to offer, since it's never really discussed much when it comes to the Chinese side of PvZ. Anyway, without further ado, let's discuss the full release of Plants vs. Zombies 3C. So we get a nice look at the main menu here, and it did see some improvements from the previous one. We're then thrown into the game, and I think we'll know how the game works. I do like how they reworked the sun cost of all the plans. Most of the plans have the original sun cost from the first game. And the sun amounts to 25 again, just like the first game. They brought back the taco, and it can only be used on plants affected by an elemental plant like Blover. This game has missions you can complete in order to increase your rank. There's now a ranking system that you can unlock features and game modes through. I like the new banners and animations in the gacha, though it's pretty challenging to get legendary plants. The Zen Garden makes a return, and not a lot changed compared to the last beta. The weird mission system is here, inventory returns, the collections are also here, and you can take a look at all of your own collections by tapping on this chalkboard. The almanac containing all of the info about your plants is also here. Daily challenges is back. It's the same thing as last time. You complete challenges to earn materials to level up your plants. You can apply skins to your plants, and I guess these skins give your plants buffs. You can obtain skins through the gacha and the battle pass. The Devour Tower returns in the full release, and it's pretty much the same thing as how it was in the closed beta. You play through levels and apply buffs to your plants over time. This is also the only game mode where you can use the Power Mins. I guess I can understand why they took the Power Mins out of every other game mode, since we have the taco that can boost all of your plants. So maybe having the mints might make the game too easy. You can click on this bucket every day and receive a random set of rewards. There's these limited events that are themed around a new plant, and there's a lot of interesting stuff here, like a very challenging version of Vasebreaker. The Space-Time Stronghold returns, but not as a new world. Instead, it's kind of like the Devour Tower, but now there's a leaderboard. Not really sure about this one. Not Line of Defense returns, and not a lot changed. They added the seed packet in place of the buffs you pay for with tacos and sun. Tapping on it will give you a choice to pick a buff for your plants or an essential like sun or the power mints. You can buff the power mints with these shards you can obtain from a run in Net Line of Defense. And finally, the main campaign. Our first world is Campgrounds. The map was tweaked a bit, and I do think it looks pretty nice. Our first zombie is the Taco Imp. Whenever you encounter this imp, you have to kill him quickly before he escapes. Doing so will grant you a taco. The screen door zombie from the first game returns, and just like the first game, trying to hit him from the front won't work. Instead, hitting him with a plant like Spikeweed, who does hits from the bottom, will work. There's 2 variants of the zombie, one with a wooden door and one with a screen door, which is just a stronger version of the wooden door. Those are all the Campground zombies. Summer Shop is back, and you can buy things with coins and these golden keys. You can obtain golden keys through these minigame levels. A lot of the minigame levels contain a lot of minigames from PvZ 1 and 2, which is a very nice detail. The next world is Urban District. Again, the map was tweaked and it looks very nice. Our first new zombie is the Ice Cream Imp. This imp freezes plants that it gets in contact with. The ice cream vendor zombie throws ice cream imps at your plants, and whenever their cart is destroyed, an ice cream imp will emerge from the cart. I think these zombies are supposed to be replacements for the hot dog vendor and the hot dog imp. Craters will spawn on the lawn, and placing a fire plant on the craters will transform it into its fire fusion. If you place a non-fire plant on the craters, that non-fire plant will be damaged, as well as zombies who walk on it. To summon these craters, you have to fill up this gauge. It can be filled up by transforming fire plants into their fire fusions. Our final world is the Research Institute, and the new map looks very well and detailed. There's not a lot of new stuff in this world, like for example, there's no new zombies, but there are 2 unique things I want to cover. Thundering Sky will have lightning strike random plants. If it strikes an electric plant pre-element fusion, it will transform that plant into their electric fusion. If the lightning strikes a plant already in its element phase, then that plant will receive a buff. If it strikes a non-elemental plant, it'll just stun that plant. The drones have been reworked to buff electric plants and stun non-electric plants. Anyways, that's it. That's everything you needed to know about the launch version of PvZ3C. Now, what are my thoughts on the final build of the game? It's actually pretty good. Plants vs. Zombies 3C was an actually enjoyable game. It was able to stay true to the first game by adding choose your seeds and iconic minigames. Levels are not too challenging, and the fusion mechanic was unique and it made the game stand out in my opinion. I do have a problem with it being gacha game focused, meaning you probably have small chances of getting the plant you want through the gacha, so you have to spend more and more money to get that plant. I prefer having the player just unlock plants as they play the game, just like in the regular version of PvZ3. Overall, I would definitely recommend giving it a try. A link to the game's website will be in the description, so you can download it from there. Also, here's a tutorial on how to access the game. I know there's probably some pretty small things I didn't cover, but I want you to experience those things in the game for yourself instead of just having me spoil the entirety of the game to you. I found out there's also a lot of unused and cut content in the game, and I'm afraid I won't be able to cover it all here. I guess I'll have to make a separate video talking about all of the unused content. Anyways, enjoy 3C.